Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bridget Adazie. As always, by the title of this video, you already know what we'll be talking about, but I just want us to have a honest conversation concerning this issue, just so we, share ideas, share thoughts, and everybody is aware of what is going on, because we cannot deny the fact that this thing is going on online, and there's this subtle pressure that is, we might not be feeling it now, but there's this pressure to look a certain way and be a certain body shape. So BBL in itself is an acronym for Brazilian butt lift. It's a procedure whereby a doctor removes fat from where the lady has excess of it and replaces those fats in the person's bum bum so that they can have this hourglass shape. The reason why people do BBL or plastic surgery generally, originally plastic surgeries were invented so that maybe if somebody has an accident, that disfigures the person's face or body or anything or whatnot, they could actually, modify the person's body so that if at all they don't look 100% the way they were before, they can, look better than the way the accident has actually disfigured them to look, such that the individual does not go about the rest of their lives having a very low self-esteem about themselves, which would be a bad thing. But however, people are doing it now for aesthetics, for entertainment, for the wrong reasons. Let me just put it that way. Not shy away from the fact that this thing is affecting our mental health. It's a mental health issues, and if we are not careful, generations to come, they are going to, meet these things, see these things online, and have a wrong mindset, a wrong opinion about these things. They're going to come up and start seeing it as a norm, whereas it's not supposed to be. Like I said, people do BBL for a lot of reasons. Maybe it could be accident, or it could be low self-esteem, or what the society is making them call beauty, because there's this thing that we are gradually generalizing beauty to be a certain way, whereas it's not supposed to be. We are not all going to be the same figure. Some are going to be fat, some are going to be slim, some are going to be hourglass shape, some are going to be maybe big up and small down. Like, that's just the beauty in our diversity. I mean, the world will be boring if all of us are looking a certain way, or if all of us are just looking exactly the same thing. I mean, where is the uniqueness in our individuality? We are not all going to be the same thing. So we all need to be careful so that we don't, take in a lot of things that at the end of the day, when it forms the kind of decisions that we make in future, then it's going to be detrimental to our health. And I also want to point out that BBLs, like every other surgery, is risky. So we have to, consider a lot of things before we even jump right into it. But let me even talk about myself for an instance. You guys, I had a dental implant. I did an implant. This is my story. As a young child in primary school, I fell down and I broke my front tooth. That front tooth it was just a small crack that left left a mark on my tooth. So that front tooth degenerated at some point in my life, to the point where it became dark, and I wasn't feeling good about it. It affected my confidence as a young adult, and I wasn't feeling good about myself. So it affected me a lot. So at some point in time, when I got into higher institution, okay, I was able to, I visited the dentist to see what could be done concerning my tooth. So when the dentist saw me, he told me that tooth has been, a lot of bacteria has affected it and has discolored it, that we need to clean it up, we need to do an RCT, we need to do that's the procedure that they need to do so that it could at least look better. So we did an RCT. After the RCT procedure, I was at a party one Saturday evening enjoying my rice and chicken. Then all of a sudden my tooth just pulled out and fell. Me that I was already losing my confidence as a result of that tooth being black. So the tooth now fell off from that party. Do you know that I did not say a word to anybody? I did not talk. I left the food, left everything, just walked straight home. I was at home. I didn't say a word to anybody. In fact, nobody even noticed that something was wrong. I just kept quiet. I just went home. Saturday, I was not talking to anybody. Sunday, I kept my calm. I was just by myself. Then on Monday morning, as soon as the dentist opened his office, I was the first person to see him. I said, this is what has happened. The RCT has failed and all of that. By the way, RCT is root canal treatment. It's a procedure where they clean up your tooth and, you know, remove all forms of bacteria that seems to be infected or that seems to have infected the tooth. So I told the dentist that the RCT has failed and all of that. So he advised that we do another procedure. There's something that he did for me that gave me a pseudo teeth or something, just for me for the aesthetic, so that I can at least open my mouth and talk, because I was embarrassed. You can imagine being in a situation where your confidence has been badly battered, that you cannot even talk to people. You can imagine how that could make you feel. Which employer would want to employ somebody that has a missing front tooth? Literally all the occupation that there is in the world, there's literally no job that you want to do that does not have anything to do with communicating with people. You have to communicate to people. It's a major thing. And not having a front teeth, in fact, you're already giving yourself, it has already reduced your fighting chance. So at the end of the day, when we finished with that procedure, that same procedure also failed at some point. At some point in time, I opted for a crown, and the crown also failed. So I just said to myself, I'm going to save up and I'm going to have a dental implant. And that was what I did when I had the means. I just saved up and I did a dental implant. So that is why I could, you know, and trust me, after that procedure, I gained my confidence. That seems to be a lasting solution to my dental worries. At least for now, it's a permanent solution. I don't have to worry about my tooth anymore. I am fine. The tooth is fine. I can smile. I can talk to people, and nobody even know. If I don't tell you, you're not going to know that I ever did something like that. So I get it when people, maybe due to accident, they decide to opt for plastic surgery, or maybe due to a very low self-esteem, because it's not a good thing to feel a certain way about yourself, and the society is not even helping issues. Somebody was sharing their experience with me, and the lady was like, okay, this is a person that sells fashion items. She sells clothes. She's an online vendor. Because what she does is she wears these clothes and models by herself, because she's not that big. She cannot afford models. So she wears these clothes herself to, you know, model for the clothes so that she can be able to sell it. And a potential customer DM'd her and told her that her body shape does not suit that clothes, that she should have hired maybe a model or something. And these are the kind of things that will make people consider this kind of procedures. These are the kind of things that will make people consider having a BBL or doing plastic surgery, whereas it's not supposed to be. There are different clothes that will suit different people with different body types. We should also put that into considerations. As a fashion entrepreneur or whatever you are, you should consider people with different body shapes and different body sizes. So we are not all going to, you know, be hourglass. Some of us are going to be lekpa or slim. Some of us are going to be big, on the big side. So we should really, really look into that. And these procedures of a thing, they are not, it's not a walk in the park. The way our celebrities make it look, they make it look as if it's something that they just went to the market, buy it and come back. and they put it to our face. They did not tell us. What they don't tell us is the behind the scenes. They don't tell us the risk involved. They don't tell us how long it takes, the recovery process, how it takes for them. Let's even be aware that this recovery process takes minimum 2 to 3 weeks, if not 4 weeks, depending on the complexity of the surgery. And if you have a 9 to 5 like myself, you want to go and do plastic surgery, you should consider losing your job, because no employer, okay, let's say you take your annual leave, and at the end of the annual leave you are not fully recovered, and they don't even tell us that for the time being, as you are recovering, you're not supposed to be sitting directly with you're not supposed to be sitting down. You're not expected to sit down. You should allow the place heal very well. You should allow the fat that they just transfer to your bone. You should allow it blend with your skin before you start doing serious activities. It takes a lot. The way they sell it to us online, they sell it to us like it's a walk in the park. No, that's not it. That's not it. And if at all you want to do it out of low self-esteem, it will be better for you to be confident in yourself, because even that BBL at some point in time is not going to restore your confidence if that is your aim of doing it. No, I'm going to have a lot of confidence when I do it. No, if you are doing it to impress somebody, how sure are you that the person you are trying to impress is not going to be impressed by a different body type entirely the next time? Are you going to continue changing yourself to suit somebody? These are mental health crises that is gradually creeping into our minds, and we need to be aware. We should not lose guard. We need to be aware of this. We need to make informed decisions. And I also feel like, especially our doctors in this country, my opinion still, I also feel like they are not doing enough. A lot of counseling is not going on. It's not everybody that comes to you, I want to do BBL, I want to do this, that would be granted, that should be granted the opportunity. It's not everybody. Not everybody needs to actually, do that procedure. Sometimes if it has to do with a self-esteem issue, and you see that person is healthy, that person is okay the way they are, you just need to recommend a good psychologist. We should normalize going to see maybe a psychologist or a physiotherapist or something. We should normalize it. That you are going to see a psychologist doesn't mean you're a bad person or you have mental health issues. Mental health issues they are real. Certain self-esteem needs that seeing a psychologist will help you cure, other than going ahead to do a BBL. You just need a psychologist that could assist you come out of your low self-esteem, other than going into it. And at the end of the day, if at all you also feel like having that body type is a goal for you, you should opt for exercising. There's certain exercises that you could do that will help you get into the kind of shape that you desire, other than doing going into the risk of doing that. So I feel like our doctors need to do more. I narrated my experience with dental issues and having to do a dental implant. Even with the fact that my story was born out of, I wasn't doing it because, it's something that I would, if all things being equal, I would really, really be looking forward to having an implant, or I would just decide one day, I don't like the way this tooth is looking, I want to remove it and I want to do an implant. I put the one, like, it's not something that I wake up one morning to do. Even considering the fact that mine was born out of a need to do this thing, the doctor that attended to me still went ahead to counsel me. In fact, I still had to write and explain to the doctor why I needed this done, other than, because there are other things too that they could do to salvage that situation. It's not like having an implant is the only thing that could be done. There are other things that they could do. You could have a denture, remove it and put it on when you want to do, because no matter how small a surgery is, all surgery, they are surgery and they have a certain level of risk attached to it. So what I just want to bring to us is for us to be aware of these things. If you want to go into it, well and good, do your research. Make sure you do your research. Make sure your intention to do it is born out of the right reason. You should consider your health first at the end of the day. Do your research, know the risk that is involved. Make sure you're making a clear-eyed decision, and in fact, you really crossed your eyes and dot your teeth, and you should be financially prepared, even if it requires you to skip working for the next 3 months, because I mean, most likely, just give yourself that time break so that you can recover fully to avoid any future complications that may arise. And also, if you are doing it to impress the gram, I am sorry, the gram is not going to be impressed for a very long time. After that wave of, hey, you're looking, that's the end. On to the next one. We're looking for the next thing to, jump right into. So just forget everything that has to do with impressing anybody, if at all that is your intent. Forget it. Ensure it is born out of the need to be healthy. That should be a priority. It should be born out of the need to be healthy, as opposed the need to be impress anybody, because nobody is saying anything, and it's gradually becoming a thing. So we should prioritize our health over appearance. Our health should be a major factor that should inform our decision as regards this or anything. I think I've talked too much for one video. So you guys, like I said, I want us to have an honest conversation in the comment section. So you just tell me what you think about this procedure. Let's discuss. Have you felt in any way pressure to do this kind of surgery before? How did you handle it? Let's know. And if you have done it before, share your experience with us so that everybody will know what it is. Don't just tell us, show us the overall outlook. Tell us, let's really know the pros and cons of doing it, so that we'll have a better knowledge and a better understanding of it. I hope this video helps someone. So thank you guys for watching. Please encourage me by liking, subscribing, and engaging with my videos. Please, please, and please. So I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.